Welcome back to the second hour of 8 Bits. I'm djWHEAT, joined as always by itmeJP. And sorry it took us a little bit longer during the break, but it was one of those situations where we had to like change some wires and replace the camera, some bulbs were out and whatnot. So I think we're okay. Can you just say something, JP, so I know that...
You good?
What?
Are we good?
Yeah.
No, you're trolling.
No. You're a little quiet. You are a little quiet, but that's okay. I can just turn it up on this side.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We're going to talk about our fourth bit now as we leave the Steam summer sale. Still waiting for those miracles, but
see you in 5 hours, summer sale.
Yeah. Exactly. Another flash sale comes up. The next topic that we've got, number 4 bit, it is next gen updates, and there's been quite a few this week. You know, we've had obviously the big news come out of Xbox, but we've got a couple of updates. One, and notably, I think a lot of people were very apprehensive about pre-ordering for this exact reason, JP, but it has been said that Amazon will not promise launch day deliveries of either console. So if you thought you were going to be looking good, that's not the case. I was pretty confident in Amazon, and I'm not as confident. I would like to be a little...
What? No, I think that new orders, I think I might have wrote that thing wrong.
Oh, so only anything... Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Look, if my fucking PS4 is not going to be here on day one that I pre-ordered from Amazon,
I'm going to kill...
I fucking flip my table.
Yes, I will stab someone.
Get the fuck out of here and be rioting at the Amazon headquarters.
Yes.
Oh god, yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I wrote that line wrong, but yeah. So basically, any pre-orders, like if you were to go pre-order an Xbox One or a PS4 right now, Amazon will not promise a launch day edition is what they're calling it, I believe, of that console.
Now, is there any way, if you've already pre-ordered from Amazon, there's a way to go in and actually see if your order is going to...
There was... So I got an email about the Xbox One being bumped up to launch day status. There's some way to tell, but I forget what it was. Maybe if you go to like the PlayStation 4 link on Amazon, it might tell you. I'm trying to think where I saw this.
Well, mine just says delivery estimate Tuesday, December 31st by 8 p.m.
Oh! If you go to, but what's the edition? Does it say launch day edition?
Mine says launch day bundle, yes.
Yeah. So you'll get a launch day. Yeah,
okay.
That's what that means.
Oh, okay. So it's got to have. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So the people should just go check for those.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anything else to say about that or the next one?
I mean, just in general about the PS4 and Xbox One. Remember that scene way back when in Saved by the Bell where Jesse's high on Coca-Cola?
Caffeine pills? Caffeine pills? Yeah.
And she's singing that's me, Wheat. That's fucking
so
me.
Excited. I'm so excited.
That is me.
Zach. Oh my god, I feel
because
like
I'm just devouring we just made a fucking point to talk about the fact that Amazon is no longer promising a launch date. That's how starved for information about this shit that I am, Wheat.
I looked on YouTube. The first thing I found was Jesse Spano caffeine pill freak out.
Oh god! Don't show that shit.
I won't. I won't.
Fuck you,
I know.
JP
We'll get
McDaniel.
claimed, but you should all just go watch it if you've never.
It's
seen
awesome.
It. It's hilarious.
It's awesome.
It's when Saved by the Bell had to tackle those tough issues like drugs.
Yeah,
caffeine pills
caffeine
came
pills.
in like, ooh, Jesse, you cray.
Look, they couldn't have had Jesse doing lines of coke or some shit. And she's like, Zach, I can't get off the coke, scratching fucking neck and shit.
That's too funny.
They should do how they did the college years. They should do the post college years and everyone's just a coke addict.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it. I'd watch it.
Zach would definitely be a drug dealer, by the way.
Yeah,
just
he
saying.
would be.
Just
He
saying.
definitely
Or Screech. He might actually be a drug dealer.
Screech for sure.
Look, they could all be drug dealers, to be honest. Let's be real here.
They could.
Let's be real here. All right. jumping back on track. Both companies have already said that they're going to be doing some big press conference at Gamescom, which is makes me a little bit sad because I don't think Gamescom has streamed their conferences in some time. Have they not?
You know, they've had some streaming, but no, they generally haven't.
So that's kind of disappointing because I would love to see that stuff in real time. That's why E3 was so awesome, right? But
yeah, and honestly, I just don't know, man. I don't know if they. Oops, I really don't know if they will actually you know, say anything that we don't already know. Is this more for European audience? I mean,
Right.
this is next generation console, right? This is a big deal for both these companies. This doesn't surprise me, but will this just be the same information presented to press that may have not been able to see it? Like, keep in mind, right, everyone who's in the industry right now has seen this press conference.
Right.
But what about mainstream media as it relates to Europe, in which Gamescom is actually a huge source of? So it's something to consider.
Yeah.
It
And if
might
so,
not
I mean,
say shit to us.
to be honest, Sony might just fucking be like, "Hey, Europe, we love you, you love us. We'll see you at PS4 launch day 1."
Right.
Drop the mic and walk out.
Yep.
Xbox, the one that, or Microsoft, sorry, is the one that really has to go there and fucking get some panties dropped.
They got to
Like,
play good guy. They do.
Yeah, they don't have a big install base over there, at least in comparison to the PS3 in Europe. So some stuff that actually came out this morning or very recently, kind of talking specifically about the PS4. Sony revealed 20 more things you might not know about the system. And some of these stuff are actually pretty cool. The new interface is called the PlayStation Dynamic Menu, so the XMB is gone, which I don't know what that actually looks like because I don't think any screenshots have been had of the menus as far as I can remember or know. That's kind of shitty. I'm reading through these now because I didn't get a chance prior to the show. PS4 will not have, or it is packaged with an HDMI cable. That's good.
Well,
That's
God, it's about time.
About time, right?
It's like, guess what, guys? Your next generation console's coming with this high definition S video cable. Have a great fucking time. Be like, hey, dude, my TV doesn't even have S video anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay because you can get the official PS4 HDMI for $99.95, and we've even bundled it with one of these fucking Vita little 4 GB cards that we also charged an ass and a fucking leg for when the Vita came out.
My roommate bought a 32 GB Vita card. I was like, why don't you just buy like a 64 gig SD card? He's like, no, you can only buy the first party Sony ones.
Oh my God, are you
like,
shitting me? Oh, that's fucking, that is so awesome.
They
That's
spent
so
like $60 on that piece of shit.
yeah. Hey, PS4 not region locked? Fuck
Awesome.
yeah, awesome. Can shoot 3D, PS4 camera, don't care. PS4 camera has 4 microphones.
That's kind
Sweet.
of cool. No. They didn't even make a big thing of this, but you can switch between the playing games and other apps on the PS4 near instantly.
Well, that's because they actually had other features to talk about. They didn't need to. They didn't need to talk about it.
Oh God, the PS4. Jeez,
Cross game chat. That's a big one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there will be PS4 app available for phones and tablets that allow you to use the device's second screen in some games and apps. Dude, I would love to be able to use my PlayStation 4 and browse the store from my tablet while I'm doing other shit. That would be awesome.
I'm pretty sure you can browse it. Like, wasn't
So
there
it
an announcement or a post saying that you can play or do anything on your PS4 remotely from your Vita?
Yeah.
On any wireless connection?
Yes. Yes.
Like, you don't even have to be on the same network or near your PS4. So that's, to me, I'll probably pick up a Vita this fall. Like, I might even pick a Vita up when the PS4 ships.
Isn't this kind of like, this is actually everything that Microsoft announced that that people have used? Like, for example, the being able to switch apps or games on PS4, the fact that you can suspend whatever's running instead of flat out turning it off, the cross game chat, being able to shoot in 3D. The Sony Pictures is working on original programming for PS4. Hello, Halo TV show. Like, it's they literally, that's what they did. They just said, oh yeah, by the way, you guys have said that, you know, we don't have this shit. Well, there you go.
So There's one that there were a couple of details. Someone said there were a couple of interesting details that this post didn't touch on. New free PS4 games will be added monthly on top of PS3 and Vita games. So they're just
for
coming
PS
out.
Plus.
So they're just coming out right out of the gate, just being like, you know what, PS Plus is this good of a fucking subscription that we're just gonna give you some PS4 games.
Is there a better way to sell it when a new console comes out? Hey,
Yeah,
you
no,
just got this console last week. Guess what? We're just gonna fucking give you Killzone, man. Like,
Yeah.
enjoy it. I'd be like, if you weren't a subscriber, which you already am, but like, why would I mean,
Why would you not be, right?
why would you not be?
When my friend bought the Vita and I bought the DS like 2 days before, I had 3 games. I purchased all 3 games. He purchased 1 game and a PlayStation Plus membership. He has like 14 games now, and he spent $5 a month just because of the amount of like free games that you get from that stupid. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That shit.
But yeah, what else have they announced? GameStop is stopping the PS4.
Right, which kind of goes along with what he said.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, some have said they got to the point where they filled up. Every time I go into a GameStop, I ask, hey, how's pre-orders doing?
Can't believe you're going to a GameStop.
Most of those idiots are actually very happy to talk openly about it. So it's kind of interesting to see how it goes. We already knew that. What I go in there just to find out how dumb people are, and I learn really quickly how dumb.
You go in there with like a camera crew, and you're like, "Let's observe this idiot."
Dude. Yeah, I mean, like, I got to be honest with you. If I walk into a GameStop and you actually don't know what Twitch is, I don't think you should even fucking work at a GameStop. Like,
do you wear a Twitch shirt just to like test their?
No, but I was talking about a game and I was asking about a game, and the guy that answered wrong, and I was like, actually, I was just at E3 last week, and you're wrong because I saw the game there, and we were talking about Skylanders of all, Swap Force of all things.
You're like, actually,
and I'm like, I
Skylanders
totally
has
went,
the
and I'm like,
giant deluxe.
yeah, exactly. I was at E3, so he's like, oh, really? You were at E3? Like, I've always wanted to go to E3. What were you there for? I'm like, oh, well, I work for Twitch. And I just expect him to go like, oh, Twitch, yeah, fucking awesome. And he's like, I don't know what Twitch is. And I'm just like,
he was probably a through and through console gamer that didn't know.
I feel like you should know.
Dude, that's the crazy thing, to just go off on a tangent. Like, once all these console gamers realize that Twitch is a thing, holy shit.
Holy shit.
Numbers are going to go crazy.
They're going to keep going crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's GameStop. The PS4 digital library lets you play games anywhere on any console, kind of like you were saying, like as in Vita, right?
No. So you can fucking go to Zimbabwe. You can log into your console and you can play any games that you have purchased on another console as long as you can log into your account.
Oh, so like a tablet or something.
No, like another PS4, like someone else's PS4. It just
I see.
It has like your game database.
This article just shows. This article shows someone on a tablet.
Yeah. Oh, so it looks like it says PS4's digital library. So maybe that doesn't. Maybe that doesn't mean that if you purchase a game with like a hard copy, that you can actually do that. If so, then I'm buying all digital, 100%.
I'll have to read a little bit more about that. That's kind of.
It's pretty cool though, because like they said that they also removed the big installs for the stuff, and one of the things they touched on in that announcement as well is that it's not going to be like this 6 or 7 hour download, right? You're going to be able to download like the first part of the game first, and then you can play it immediately. Right. Which is cool.
Something that on live, I've tried to bring to the table, of course. So not necessarily super new, but not really been implemented properly, I think.
Right. Before we get too crazy on all the PS4 news, let's talk about what's going on with the Xbox One, and we did, because they haven't said shit since. There's not been anything. The only thing that's really been said is all stuff that's kind of like negative towards them. They announced, or I'm not sure where this was. It was a IGN article saying that Final Fantasy XIV will not be coming to the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One, because Microsoft will not support cross-platform play. There was a couple, I think, who was it? not Naughty. It was the it was the Watchdog devs came out and said that the world will be more not immersive. I forgot what the stupid buzzword was, but that it's going to be better on the Xbox One, and that it was easier not to develop more, but to get more out of the system. I'll try to find the actual post for this, but that's like the only thing I've seen coming out of Camp Xbox. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but I want to see more shit. Like, they're the ones that have actually announced a date, right? So maybe they're just done. I don't know.
They're just applying Band-Aids where they can, JP. I don't know. Maybe they have to maintain some radio silence, and now they're just going to blow us up with, like, new announcements of games and whatnot. I wish I knew what was exactly going on over there, but
so the words was...
I'm only on PS4 right now. I mean, like...
Watch Dogs has a more dynamic city on Xbox One.
The fuck does that mean?
I'm opening the article here. The game now shines on next-gen consoles. Apparently will shine more brightly on the Xbox One, as producer Dominic Gay told Now Gamer that the game's version of Chicago will be much more dynamic on Microsoft's next-gen device. We're also able to spend more time giving brains to other
what the hell does that mean?
I don't know. This is a quote. He says, we're also able to spend more time giving brains to other people on the street so that they can basically be smarter and there can be more of them, Guy said about the game's improvements on PS4 and Xbox One. And what I call dynamism, he makes up word, basically the way the city reacts to you, we're able to push further on Xbox One.
Okay. That's a little bit more detailed.
Maybe they're using like the cloud computing, I guess is what that might be.
Oh.
Because PS4 does not have that yet, because Gaikai's not launching, I think, till after...
Yeah, till after the launch. After
holiday season, so... I don't know. Let's move on. Next-gen console, we could talk about that for days.
Yeah, not until they come out anyway, so... Can we fully talk about them? All right, moving on. So Dota 2 is over. But what we want to do is spend, 5 minutes talking about how game releases of now are nothing like game releases of past. Like, yes, every Tuesday new games come out and you can grab them. You can get them from fucking the cloud. You can go get a physical box copy. And then there's other games that are just like, we're out! And then they run away and like, that's it. That's kind of what Dota 2 did. But, the bigger picture is that it's amazing to see all the different releases that we're seeing. Cube World, an alpha that people are buying into right now. You've got Dota 2, which has been in beta. Everyone had a copy, but then the game gets released and it still starts growing in numbers. Like the world that we live in with all these weird releases, like there are no set rules anymore.
There's not, yeah. And it's weird too because there are those set rules on the console. The PC is like this weird Western developer world where you can like Valve, probably one of the biggest self-publishing companies out there, maybe that's the best way to say it, is just like, we're not going to hype Dota 2. It's already got so much hype just because the game exists that on a, what day was that Monday when it was announced?
It was Tuesday to Monday.
Yeah,
it was like remember because it was like the link came out, but then the link was broken,
right.
And
we were talking about it. Yeah, and it's just like, guys, it's like 3:30. Let's just release the game. We don't need to beta anything. Like, I don't know what went on in that boardroom. I don't even think Valve has a boardroom. They probably were just like sitting around at Chipotle, and there's like, let's release the game today, man. We don't need to keep this shit in beta anymore.
Yeah.
Now sounds a good time. Gaben's like sitting there with his thumbs like this. He's like, and everyone's like, all right, let's do it. So it's crazy, man. And in Cube World, here's a game that has so much buzz around it. The way that I understand it, maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe the dev is actually pulling it down, that they can't keep their purchase servers up because so many people are trying to purchase it, and they can't keep like hosting the game because so many people want to do it. And a lot of that is just all on like, not, I wouldn't call them indie devs. A lot of them are, but it's this weird kind of like Western world that the PC market is in right now, where you can pretty much do whatever you want when it comes to releasing a game. Like, look at League of Legends. They've been kind of trailblazing for the longest time. They are the leader in when it comes to the free-to-play world.
It really comes down to the available options for marketing, right? Because this is all about marketing. Like, people market, new games come out on Tuesday. The consoles established that for themselves a while ago. PC has always kind of been, obviously, in conjunction with console. They somehow have to follow their own, some of their own guidelines. Sometimes they have to follow the console guidelines. But I think in all this, like, you know, I've got a Call of Duty budget. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm putting this billboard in New York City, and I'm slapping 80,000 buses across the U.S. with this kind of shit. And that's how they build hype. You know, that's how there's like, but now the whole concept that you can build hype out of fucking this ball of nothing on the internet. Like, I could go on and I could stream, and someone could link my stream, and then it could get posted on Reddit, and then people are like, holy shit, this game is awesome. And then they're like, boom, everyone can get it. And then, you know, the fact that games like Cube World and shit get taken down because you know they're trying to the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot had some issues with that too. Like, it goes to show there's a lot of people that are hearing about this stuff organically, and then that means that suddenly these guys are like, well, we don't have a $50 million marketing budget like Activision does, but you know what, we can still get our name engraved amongst gamers if it's done right. So I love it, JP. I love the fact that there are companies saying, fuck you to the traditional model. There are other ways to do it. It also excites me because I see people using Twitch in this way, too. Like, how many developer streams have you watched?
Oh, a ton, yeah.
You know, just because, like,
and
oh,
so
shit.
Many of them are just so half-assed, right? They're just so shittily done.
But you get so much good information.
But you get like so much, you get so much more information than like reading a press release that's posted on IGN where they pick 2 quotes out and they're like, well, guys, let's call it an article. It's pretty, like, we always joke, it's literally an internet meme. Like, Half-Life 3 has just become this idea in people's heads.
Right.
They're going to sacrifice 30 newborn children, and then they're going to be like, in Half-Life 3 comes out, if you can do this for us, if you can do this for us, community. Like, I would not be surprised if Valve is just like, one day they're just like, all right, fuck it, let's just give them Half-Life 3, and they release the game instead of announcing it that day. Like, that would be the best marketing that Valve could do for Half-Life 3, if they were just like, we're done, here's the game.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like, Half-Life 3 could literally, like, they could be like, okay, guys, we need to start our marketing campaign. We've got 3 days until launch. Okay, open up that Photoshop, black background, the number 3. It's all you need to do. Make it orange. Make it orange.
People
and then post it.
Ape shit.
And then the next day, be like, okay, man, we're going to pay you $5 to make this graphic. Just black background. Just put a fucking 2 there and make it orange and go. Yeah. And then last day one.
They wouldn't even have to do that. They could be like, all right, Gabe, we're just gonna go a little bit with an oddball release here. We're gonna get some paint. We're gonna put it all over your ass, and then you're gonna sit down on this piece of paper. We're gonna post that to the internet, and somewhere they're gonna cite 3 freckles on your ass, and they're gonna know that Half-Life 3 is coming out tomorrow.
And then they'll do the work for us.
Exactly.
That's
like
so
that.
Good.
As developers and publishers like that, it's got to be the whole Twitch and like social media has to be the best thing in the world to be able to create hype like that, because a lot of time companies don't even create hype. They just do something silly like the fucking shack, and now everyone wants to know in GTA 5 what's going on with that shack because of the self-created hype that the community has done. So it's a weird, like, it's very weird. The whole thing is just strange. The whole thing is strange.
Anyway, you guys can get Dota 2 now. We'll be talking more about game releases as crazy shit happens. And now we introduce a new segment called Nanobits because, you know, some weeks we were like, oh my God, there's not that much news. And then other weeks we're like, oh my God, there's so much news. So we cheat and we put several news items within one bit itself.
Exactly.
So A has been removed.
What was that?
A was the Dota 2. Originally Dota 2 was going to be a nanobit, and then I moved it, and then in the document I put "fuck you, A," because
I didn't. I didn't know what that was.
So we're moving on to B.
Oh god. Okay, and I just added this because I remembered it yesterday. Apparently it was not announced. It was kind of just talked about that Wheat Nintendo is fucking finally, god damn it, working on a new IP. We don't know what it is. They said it's going to be out sooner than we expect. I want to say that holiday is when they said that. I'll have to find the article exactly.
I found one here.
Was it Miyamoto talking about it?
It was.
Yeah. On the way for 2014.
After the release of Mario Kart 8, early next spring.
So yeah. Oh, so we got a while. We got to wait till spring, but that actually has me more excited than anything that Nintendo has been saying in the past 3 years. Because it's a new IP.
What if
and it might be a
dumb?
fucking. It might be train your fox to go take over the universe. Like, who knows what the fuck Miyamoto's doing, right? But it's probably gonna be awesome because that's at the end of the day that is what Nintendo can do well.
Yep, and they've needed it.
That
for
is
a while,
making
man.
fucking games, right? And they've needed it exactly. Yeah, like I love the next Mario. I love the next Zelda. I love the next all of their franchises. But I want something new, and now we finally get to see it.
And not a fucking spin-off and call it a new IP, okay? Don't fucking take a mushroom from Mario that gets magically transformed into a fucking little animal on an alien planet that happens to have pipes and shit, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want that crap. I want something brand new. And you know what? Nintendo, you will earn so many fucking points in my book if you actually bring something that could be labeled as moving into the mature section of gaming. And I don't mean like Bayonetta, but I do think that there's something in between Mario and Bayonetta that can be achieved by Nintendo that would make everyone happy.
Yeah.
What is this about Kojima being depressed?
He made some weird statement where he was like,
emo game
Rockstar is so good at what they do when it comes to the open world that Metal Gear Solid will just pale in comparison because Rockstar makes the best open world experiences and Metal Gear Solid won't be as good.
Is that like his QQ way of being like, I wish I could work with Rockstar Games?
I don't know.
Why don't you just dude, do you know how big your dick is, Kojima? Like, unzip your pants, open up Snapchat, send it to a Rockstar employee, show him your penis, be like, yo, I make Metal Gear Solid, let's do something. And then he'll send back in Snapchat his penis. It'll be equally as large. The Rockstar stuff, whoever that is.
And it's funny, too, because, once again, this comes from tweets. So his tweets were, the initial one was GTA 5 trailer. New trailer was awesome. The free control is future of the game way higher than anywhere. Makes me depressed, as a matter of fact. Then the following tweet was, I don't think our, quote-unquote, v.5 can reach that level. Rockstar teams are the best. Without question, they will put up the possibility of the game. They will pull up the possibility of game. So,
wow,
he's I don't know. Kojima's kind of crazy.
He is a little crazy, dude. Yeah. He is just a little bit.
But he's awesome. Keep making awesome games.
Keep doing it. Let's see.
So next thing.
Oh yeah, I was bringing up this video because I want to see it, dude.
I love these stories. EVE Online just creates, and it has nothing to do with the devs. The devs don't even know this.
Dude, I'm already.
I mean, they know this shit's going on, but they're just like
lost. Look at this bullshit, dude.
Are you showing in game?
What the fuck am I looking at?
Is it just a bunch of little dots?
Holy mother!
Yep.
What you guys are watching somewhere in here
gameplay.
Is actual game. Yes, this is rendered in real time. This is someone's $90,000 ship getting blown up. Whoa, what's all this shit coming?
9,000. 9,000.
Oh, 9,000.
So a lot of that stuff, there was a Twitch stream where someone was explaining this. Oh my God, what are all those things?
What's happening? Oh my God, my $9,000 ship, no! What? More dots! More dots, you fucking idiots! That's a 50 DKP minus! What the fuck was that shit? No, sorry, I had a flashback there. Like the lights started flashing. JP,
are those
and
like bombs or those ships?
Oh my God.
Fucking EVE Online, dude.
I wish that, you know what? I'm closing the video, and the the ship battle that was in my head when I read that some guy lost his $9,000
You're thinking
was
of
some
like
Battlestar Galactica shit.
Dude, exactly.
And
People
I'm
are
keeping
like,
it that way.
They're doing like that fucking catapult jumps because like an explosion's going on. And you're like, no, save the ship. What are you doing? And he jumps over here.
Holy fuck.
Fucking shitty little firework goes off because something breaks. But no, it's actually just a billion dots destroyed some other giant dot. And it was about $8,000 to $9,000 worth of dots of ISK, the in-game currency. So I eventually I'm sure it's going to get released of like how this player fucking swore on his life to go murder this person in Iceland, or like I'm sure some crazy story is going to come out of this because it always does, because EVE Online's incredible like that. But the fact that the game can like do shit like this and its headlines on a month-to-month basis are like the biggest fucking clans are fighting right now. And it's like 40,000 people versus 40,000 people, all in the same server. Like, did you watch that stream last week when that was happening?
No.
There was some guy was streaming like this giant fight that could have been the biggest fight in all of EVE Online history. And then the node just went down or something like that.
Oh my god.
So it didn't happen, but just shit like that, man. EVE Online. I'll never play it, but I love the stories.
I love the stories. I'm going to continue
I
to...
mentioned this one thing.
Yeah.
That was like some player telling like the greatest scam to ever have happened in EVE Online. And it was over like, it was like 15,000 words, so I fucking didn't read it, but Day9 would just not shut up about it for like 2 days. So
There's some pretty
like
amazing things that happen in this game, like that take years to develop. And you know, like I was actually talking to someone about this who's talking about doing documentaries on like older games that have this type of legacy. And he told me that in researching, like, no one would talk to him because there's still so much secret shit that goes on that no one was willing to give up their position.
There are literal spies,
like sleeper agents, and yes, like this shit
have, like,
is for real.
The highest of high organizations.
Yes, crazy shit.
Or there's not, and people are just feeding us bullshit. And there's no sleeper agents.
And then they're like, oh, everyone thinks this shit's way better than it actually is.
Yeah, like, who knows? But that EVE Online's a great game for that reason. I'll never play it. The goddamn trials, like, or the tutorials, like 14 hours long. Like, I'm so not there. But it's pretty cool.
All right, what's next?
So China was making plans to end bans on video game consoles, which, if this actually happens, like that's a huge win for the Sonys and the Microsofts of the world, if they ever can get a console over there.
How many third-party pirated console companies are going to be out of business once this happens?
Well, they're all Chinese companies, so
you know, the guys that make the PlayStation,
the PlayStation
and the Xbox.
What's the racist slide on the Xbox?
I don't know. There isn't one. It was. I'm like not shitting you. These are actual consoles I've seen on the Xbox was one of them, and it was the PlayStation. It was like literally the PlayStation, and it looked like a badly designed PS1 that even had like the designed flip top, but it was actually cartridge based anyway. I don't know. Like, have you never seen these photos? Like, people are like, hey, I was in China. Look what I picked up. And it's like, it looks like a PS Vita, but it's like the PS...
I didn't know it was called a PlayStation, though.
They had a PlayStation, yes. And they have the Xbox, and they have...
Are you sure that wasn't just some white guy, like, making fun of...
You know what? Nowadays, anything could be Photoshopped, you're right. But I've seen some pretty wacky...
So have I.
Some pretty wacky-ass... yeah.
So that story was, the source was from the South China Morning Post. Kotaku was posting about it, so you can go find the article over there. EA has been hinting that the next SimCity update will actually make SimCity a good game because the offline play has been removed. The bigger cities are going to be there. Apparently 2 times bigger cities.
We're hinting, hey, we know you guys hated it the first time we released this game. Maybe when we update, it'll be better.
Yeah.
You never know.
The fact that it's and the rest of the features you want Like, what?
You know, for a company that came out and apologized so many times
They fucking gave free games
I almost
away
feel like they need to apologize one more time. Like this, they need to be like, we're sorry. Here we go. I don't know.
Like, give away a Plants vs. Zombies game or something for free. The shitty thing, and here's where I'm pissed. I'm still pissed at EA. So I was trying when they gave that free game away for the whole SimCity fuck up.
Yeah,
which actually didn't fuck up for me. Like, I was able to log in whenever I wanted at the start of that game, but that's just a little humble brag. I had Tomb Raider already, and I wanted to get another Tomb Raider to give away to subs. So I clicked on Tomb Raider, and now I have 2 copies of Tomb Raider in Origin that I can't do anything with. Like,
yeah, good game.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, good on you, EA, for making SimCity an actual worthwhile game. I like the fact that the bigger cities is actually just 2 times bigger city. That's all it is. Like, that's not even a true SimCity in my mind. They said that they're planning on making a mode where you can have like cheats on and build your quote-unquote perfect city, which I think modders have already like figured out how to do, so good job on that, EA. But yeah, the other thing in the great line of things that EA is doing is that they're might have already updated the pricing on their PS4 and Xbox One games, at least in Europe, by €5. I haven't really seen anything about US games yet, but I would assume that's going to translate over. So you might be playing you might find the next Madden for another $5, which probably serves you right for buying the same damn game once a year. So I don't know.
That's gonna be a big uprising over that. We'll have to see how that turns out.
There was a couple posts on Reddit about it yesterday, but people weren't going too crazy yet. We don't have any social media campaigns to get them to change it just yet. But in due time,
Yeah, exactly. In due time. All right, 7th bit here today. Who needs buttons? So we already talked a little bit about Deus Ex. I would recommend a pickup if you are a mobile gamer. But I wanted to talk about 2 other bits that came out in the mobile area, and then something I'll be doing tomorrow. Why will Polygon not full screen? It's so annoying. Infinity Blade Dungeons was officially canceled. Now, this actually is a piggyback article off of something that was released in February when Impossible Games was closed. Now, for those that don't know, Infinity Blade is a game that was originally designed as a tech demo to show off how amazing the Unreal Engine could actually be on iOS. The game got wildly popular. They created Infinity Blade 2, and when Infinity Blade 2 came out, they actually announced that they were working on another Infinity Blade project, which was Infinity Blade Dungeons. Now, this is a game that I've actually had on my mobile watch list for at least a year. The whole concept is that they were going to take the combat, the ideas, and some of the art styles of Infinity Blade, and they were going to turn it into more of a Diablo 3 dungeon crawler type game, which for those of you who have played Infinity Blade and know the graphics and what the engine's capable of, you could see that this would be a big deal. They actually had a 3-minute trailer that showed a lot of gameplay. Like, it was one of the best looking games that we'd ever seen on iOS, but is now officially been canceled. So it was supposed to come out this year. Everyone was still thinking it was going to hit by holiday season, but this sucker been closed down, and it's.
Did they say why? What was it?
So
like a budget issue? Or?
When Impossible Games closed in February, they basically announced that game was going to be put on hold. But they kind of did it in a way, JP, that was like, we're going to just put it on hold till we can figure out the future of the project. I think what basically happened is they didn't really have the manpower, the resources to put people on to complete the game. I don't know.
Completely random comment. I do like that the guy's last name is Mustard in that article.
Oh.
Donald Mustard.
Donald Mustard.
It's a good name.
Nice to meet you.
I didn't even really know Infinity Blade Dungeons was a thing, so it sounds like it was going to be pretty cool. So I'm sad that it's canceled, but I just picked up Infinity Blade 2 for free, so I'm set for my next flight on my Infinity Blade fill. So yeah, and they also said, I don't know if you mentioned this, but they said that they will continue on making Infinity Blade titles in the future.
Right, just not that one.
Just not that one.
Just not that one. Well, you know what? 2K games, you love them, right? I mean, 2K games, like, what have they brought us?
Sports games, I know that.
There's been some sports games, yeah. What else have they brought us? Think of any right now we're bringing up.
I can't think of any.
What? Borderlands? You know?
No, man, Steam brought me Borderlands.
Bioshock Infinity.
Oh,
XCOM,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Spec Ops. Some other stuff
I
coming
often
up.
forget that 2K games is just like fucking massive.
They
and
are.
They just bring like awesome games.
They are.
They publish awesome games.
They are. I'm glad that you brought up that point because every good games publisher occasionally they publish a bad game.
Right.
And this week 2K games released for the iOS. Wait for it. That's right. Turd Birds. You fucking heard me right, JP. The game is called Turd Birds. Here's the hilarious thing about it. The game cannot be called Turd Birds on the Apple Store, so it's called T***D Birds. Like, what the actual fuck, 2K? Turd Birds. Yes, this exists.
I can't believe
you are turding on pedestrians, friends, and treasure boxes. But
what if it's the best game ever made?
It's not, because it's a goddamn runner. It's a temple run game where they're
what?
You know what would make a temple run game great? If you were a bird shitting on people. Get her done.
Look, guys, let's combine Temple Run and Angry Birds, but we're not going to make an Angry Birds games. No, we're going to make a Temple Run game with Angry Birds in the name. But instead of angry, they're turds. Like, that was probably the fucking boardroom discussion right there. Some guy had these like giant fucking posters made like Turd Bird.
Oh man,
I can't believe that that's a game. Does it have gameplay of it? We'll probably get claimed like 4,000 times on YouTube, but it's worth it to show to the people.
Is it? All right, let me bring it back up. Where'd it go? I will take
this claim.
You will, just for Turd Birds?
Just to show people.
All right. Well, let me make sure I show you 1080p or 720p of Turd Birds, because this is going to
just move the image frantically around the screen so that they can't actually.
It's like switch it back and forth, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, here we go.
It's Turd Birds.
I'm excited.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm not playing the sound though.
Don't play the sound.
Squawk, squawk, squawk. Walk, walk, oh, yay! Walk, walk, walk.
Cat Daddy game.
This is goddamn horror. Take aim and tap to crap. Are you shitting me, JP? Watch out for UFOs and bird shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is happening, people.
I'm so happy that mobile games exist, because this shit. Mobile games.
Whoa, hold on. Oh my God.
Watch out for UFOs.
Oh my God. You know what? I just realized when it said crap on your friends, turd on your friends. Look at this. It actually finds your friends. Wait, watch this. Oh wait, I went too far. It's looking out for UFOs again. Okay, wait, this is amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna get it. Poop on your Facebook friends. Here it comes. Oh, look it. That could be your face, JP. Oh, there's a big bloody red poop too. Oh my gosh. Nice. Best new feature in a game 2013. Too bad it's called Turd Birds.
Wait, why was it a red?
Why was it a big...
Oh, 2K games. You know, I remember once as a kid I thought...
yeah, go ahead.
You have more?
Sorry. No. Well, I do. Hey, Mini, you want to play that game, don't you?
Yeah. Is he
Yeah, he wants to play. I'll get it for you later. It's right up your alley.
I remember when I was a young kid, I thought Japan was fucking crazy because all the crazy games that they have over there. Now it's just the mobile world has just these fucking nuts. They're just one-upping everything that Japan's ever made.
Turd
With
birds.
Turd birds. 2K Mobile. When does it come out, Wheat?
It's out.
Oh, it's out.
You can download it now.
How much is it?
Waste no time. It's free, I think, because it's a runner. It probably costs 99 cents to buy golden poops.
Yeah.
But it's free.
I'm excited.
Can't complain.
I'm gonna buy it.
You're gonna buy it.
Shit all over your face.
I'm gonna buy it for free and crap and turd on your face. All right, so you want to try to open up the phones, even if it's to try to sneak a couple in, or what are you thinking here?
It's up to you, really. I mean, I don't have any pressing. I gotta fix my AC because apparently it's broken. But other than that, I don't have any pressing matters. Sweet.
Okay. All right, why don't we try to do 10 minutes and see what happens? Let's open up the phone lines. Anything that you guys want to maybe chat about regarding today's phones? If you are an avid fan of turd birds, you could call in. If you're a dev of turd birds, definitely call in because we want to know how much mushrooms and how much marijuana you smoked before you thought that was an awesome idea.
That game was made for.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know the budget.
I bet the budget was like $14,000.
I mean, I saw the game, Weed. I think it was like 14 million.
You think is good? All right. Well,
I saw the ideas thrown into that game.
All right. By the way, I haven't tested our new setup with the callers, so I'm really hoping you can hear them and they can hear you. So tell me if they can. Let's take our first caller. Hello, area code 207. Welcome to 8 Bits. What is up?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to get your opinion real quick on like physical copies of games. I know that I'm not like the oldest gamer. I'm like 30, but when I bring friends over, they're a really good topic of discussion. So like I'll have I don't know, I have all my Final Fantasy copies. I have all originals all the way from Nintendo all the way through that are all sealed, and that's really cool. I have like Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, all those kind of games are all sealed up. But with the distribution of games nowadays, everything's kind of online. They want to get it out quick, spend less money. Where do you guys stand on that? I mean, do you think they're going to come to a point where I have to pay extra money for physical copies, or like where do you think that's going to go?
Go ahead, Lee.
Well, first let me ask you a question. Would you consider yourself a collector?
I don't want to say that. I wouldn't go that far now. But I would say that there are games that meant a lot to me growing up that I really enjoy. That when I do bring friends over and they are checking out different games, like, oh hey, I really enjoyed that game. I can't believe I have a copy of that. It was so hard to find.
Congratulations,
like
you're
that.
a collector. You are a collector, and that's fine. It's totally fine. So here's my thought. I think that you're concerned about, hey, well, I have to pay extra for a digital copy is a legitimate one. But the interesting thing is that, even though how many people get their news off the internet, they still print newspapers. They're still in business. They still are around. And so, traditional media is a very difficult thing to kill. I think that when digital media will always have that up against its plight. Like, it's never going to be able to completely kill physical copies. And I don't think it wants to. The point of digital distribution is not to like get rid of your ability to buy a retail copy. It's supposed to make it easier for you. So technically, if it's easier for someone to go out and buy a retail copy because, hey, I've got bandwidth caps, or my internet sucks, or maybe I don't have internet, all these reasons a company is not going to dismiss because they want to make money. So while it certainly seems like in the future you might actually be paying more for a physical copy, I think that the digital copy prices will actually be offset more, go down, because they don't have to manufacture a disc. They don't have to, print manuals and encase it in plastic. But they do when you get your physical copy. So I think the baseline will always stay the same, and that's what you're always going to have to pay. If that baseline ever goes up because of new next-gen games or whatever, I think the digital, will not suffer, and that's where you might suffer. But, JP, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I think I agree with everything you said. Like, I think physical copies of games are always going to exist, but for my interest, like, that I would love like a sealed copy of Final Fantasy VI and probably one of Chrono Trigger, but I'm not a collector or I won't seek that out, right? At the end of the day, if I want to play a game, I want to be able, like, let's take Naruto for example. The reason that I sat there and debated about it for so long is because I had to either go to a store and pick it up because I'm a lazy piece of shit, or I had to wait 2 days for Amazon to get it because Amazon Prime wouldn't deliver it on a Saturday.
Right.
So if I could have just downloaded that immediately, I would have purchased it within minutes, right? Just because I love that ability of, or that accessibility of that, right? So, I mean, I actually honestly forgot what your original question was after hearing Wheat Talk, but like, I don't think physical copies of games are going to go away, and I love the idea of everything going digital. Because PS4, I probably won't buy any of those games physical copies on day one. I'll just download them all. I'm pretty confident in saying that, unless the servers are just complete dog shit, and I might just go pick one game up so I have something to play. But I probably plan on buying everything digital as possible. On my DSi, or 3DS, I bought everything digital except for one game, so...
I think you're going to be in the clear for about at least another 20 years before someone's finally like, you know what? These fucking DVDs and Blu-rays are killing the earth. Like, we're not printing them anymore. But until then, I think we're all okay.
That's what I'll do.
So.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for your call, man.
Thank you for the call,
Bye-bye.
man.
All right, good question, though. Let's just take one more, and then we'll do our wrap. We got Lewis on the line. Hello, Lewis. Welcome to 8-Bits.
Hey, djWHEAT. Hey, JP. Longtime fan. Huge fan, actually, of both of you. And sub both of you, so hooray and hurrah.
Thank you, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
I just had a quick question I love the interest in console gaming, but I have no interest in buying either the PS4 or the Xbox One. Do you think anything's going to come out that's going to trip my trigger and make me want to pull the trigger on this? I look at the stuff and I'm just like, I have a PC and I have a phone, and there just seems to be everything I can want on those two options.
I bet you it's going to be in a year's time, and I bet you it will be a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, Infamous might do it. That might be. I don't know if you're a fan or have seen that at all. Watch Dogs.
Not yet.
Okay. Watch Dogs is on the PC, so I think you're good there. So is Titanfall. I'm trying to think of some big first.
I mean,
Final
honestly,
Fantasy
on launch,
15
there's
maybe?
really not. Like, it's hard to say on launch. I think it's a harder sell. You know what? Like, next year's E3 is going to be the big year, for you to watch, right? If you're on the fence still about a console at that point, if no one has anything that you're interested in, then
Right.
it sounds to me like you don't need either.
Yeah, and with phones getting so much more powerful, it seems like I'm going to be doing more and more stuff on my phone. I can take it everywhere. I can play for 20 minutes. I can put it away. I mean, I have a son, so time management's always an issue, and just being like...
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, man. I love mobile gaming, especially as I get older. Like, it helps me consume games. Now we're getting some of these, higher class of games and on mobile as well, which is really exciting. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for taking my call, guys.
Thanks,
Have a great
Lewis.
day.
No
Take
problem.
care.
Thanks for the
Bye-bye.
question.
Word. Should we wrap?
I'm
We're
okay
gonna
with
hit.
wrapping.
We're 4 minutes away from our 2-hour mark, so I figure we'll
Sure,
probably.
it's almost a sultry 85 in my room right now, so I'm 100%
Oh my
okay
God!
with
Did
wrapping.
it really? Did you?
I'm not getting
AC?
any. No, AC
Someone like
at all
stuffed
right
a
now.
sock like in one of the vents just to troll you or
Yeah,
something.
I gotta go deal with it because it's gonna be pretty. If my AC died, this weekend is gonna be the worst weekend
Oh my
in
God.
history. Because it's like 104 or some bullshit in Texas right now. So yeah, let's wrap.
All right. Gosh, what's going on this weekend? First off, thanks for tuning into 8-Bits version 0.5. It's been our 5th episode. We're still starting to get things, in order. Talking a little bit about guests. I'm not sure if we've officially confirmed it, but I think what we were planning on doing, and we'll see how it goes, is maybe try to shoot for a guest every other week so that we can try to get some quality guests on the show.
Right.
But of course, if they start falling out of the sky, we're not going to deny any great guests to the show. So
Exactly.
tomorrow, to kind of go along with our 7th bit, Who Needs Buttons, I'm going to be doing a stream with the Solstice Arena developers. And we're going to be unveiling one of the new heroes that they have in the game, and we're going to hopefully be stomping some fools. So that'll be tomorrow at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. EST. But just follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know. And then Sunday, I'm going to win the 2nd Star Strikers tournament again. I'm going to add another fucking trophy to my brand new bookshelf that I got back here. And
with the last Star Strikers tournament, me and Sean were just so bored that we didn't want to play.
I know. It's not that exciting when you're not totally owning everyone. But you were owning everyone. You just didn't win.
We were owning everyone, and then we were just like, shit. We have to play people that have actually played this before, and like, the 2 guys that we were playing with were like, in my opinion, the best 2 in the tournament from all the people that I saw, because we got carried the fuck to where we were. But yeah, I'll probably hop in another one. I was asked, but I turned it down. But yeah, tomorrow, what else is? I guess I'll probably just be watching Evo all weekend. This will be up on YouTube.com/itmeJP right afterwards, or if you sub to Wheat, I think you can watch it right after you go offline. If you missed any parts,
Yes.
so you can check that out. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn Ask Me Anything over at twitch.tv/itmeJP. So I went through the beta last night and meticulously took, I don't know, probably 100 or 200 different screenshots. So I'll try to filter those down to 50 or 75, and we can do a mom and pa vacation picture story tomorrow on the stream since I can't show any video. So that's Saturday. Sunday, I don't really have anything because roleplay won't be there. And then next Saturday, me and Wheat are actually going to probably be on a new show that I'll just tease for now. But I'm looking forward to that a lot. It'll probably be Saturday evening, I think, is when we're going to be doing that. I don't know what time yet because we haven't figured that out. But it will be on my channel for that one. So look forward to that. It won't just be me and TB. We got 3 other people on the show as well, so it'll be a lot of cool. Or me, Wheat, and TB, I guess, since I fucked that
And
up.
it
But
won't
it'll
be
the
these
show.
8 other people either. So
Look, Don Matrick, it won't just be me and Donnie, all right? and maybe Kojima won't show up every week, but he might be there as well.
He might.
You never know.
You
never know. So look forward to that. Other than that, all the content's going up on YouTube. We'll have Fan Mail Friday later today. Part 2 of the Seppi Real Talk is up later today. Demon Souls playthrough is going up every day at 1 o'clock. Roleplay going up every day at 7 p.m. So if you have like 6 hours to kill, just go over to itmeJP.com every day because there's a shit ton of content coming out. And I probably need to scale back on that because I got to post 8-bits now. So
yeah. And
7
you know
videos
what?
in one day.
If you need 8 hours, then you can, after you're done at the JP's channel, you can go watch the 1 video I post every month because they're usually like short. And there you go.
And then you know what you can do while this is all happening, Wheat?
What?
Download Turd Birds on your mobile phone.
Download Turd Birds. That's right. Don't forget, it might be a Steam Summer Giveaway sale, even though it's free. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us for another episode of 8-Bits. We'll see you next week. Really appreciate your support. And it's great to talk about video games. Remember,
awesome.
Turd Birds, it's out. Go get it now. We'll see you guys next time on another episode of 8-Bits. Thanks for joining us. Peace!